Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here of Tribal Trades, the daily show coming at you from the great state of Florida. One hell of a drug. And I do want to welcome you to the channel wherever you are tuning in from around the world. Thanks for watching. So today we saw the markets rebound, and today we're going to talk about what's next for Bitcoin, what's next for altcoin. Are we going to see that altcoin season yet? Another altcoin season at least. We've seen a few alt runs. Are we going to see one? And of course, a whole bunch more. Before we do that, smash the like button. This does help get this channel out to more people. And if you're new, smash the subscribe button and you'll get these updates daily. So let's jump over to Bitcoin. And I had shared on Monday morning about the CME gap getting filled, and boy, did it get filled. All right, there is the gap there. This is the CME Bitcoin chart. Don't trade off this, of course, but you can see that it got filled all right there for Bitcoin. And what we do see that is quite bullish, and I do like, is that we are now above the 9 EMA. We've been talking about that a lot. We're above the 9 EMA. We shot above the 9 EMA. Isn't it beautiful? The Tribal Trades trend line, one line to rule them all, held, and also the Tribal Trades trend line we broke above, and it's now actually retesting that as support, and that's held as well. It does help that the 50-day moving average and the 20 EMA on the daily is there as well. What we do need is the 9 to come back above the 20, and if this stays up here all day tomorrow, then this will be pretty close to crossing back to the upside. But this is kind of some crazy shenanigans here where we had it come below, we saw that drop, then above and then below, and this is why it is really a trader's paradise and an investor's hell. And I did identify the head and shoulders pattern on there's the left shoulder, there's the head here, head, left shoulder, right shoulder, and it was playing out. Well, I think it did play out because the technical target to the downside ahead was 97,800. It's always very subjective as well as to where you draw the neckline and where you take from and how you measure it. So it pretty much nailed that target to the downside, and then it shot up. Now, of course, as I also identified, we also had the head and shoulders on the weekly time frame. There's the inverse head and shoulders. There's the left shoulder. There's the head. There's the right shoulder forming. That's not confirmed yet. We need to finish that right shoulder, break out, make a new all-time high, and then that would be a shot up to around about 145, maybe 140,000. There's also a head and shoulders on the day, inverse head and shoulders on the daily pattern as well there. So that's what I'll be looking for from that side of it with Bitcoin, as far as what we can do here. That if this was just a bit of a scam pump on the news, of course, that there has been ceasefire in the Middle East, and it just shot up and broke through these key areas here. Let's just see if this can be sustained here, or whether it just we kind of just sell off very quickly there, of course. And you know, we do have that ABC correction that I shared about this morning, and that fulfilled that to 98,000. We do have this rounded pattern here. You can kind of see it's almost like an upside down cup and handle, rounded top it's called. That has a technical target down to 90,000. And of course, doesn't mean just because there is a rounded top, it would have to break down into, it's not validated yet. Neither is the inverse head and shoulders validated either. Whereas the normal head and shoulders we did break below the neckline, and we did pretty much come down to that target there for Bitcoin there. So that's very, very important. Now I want to talk about obviously the altcoin market here. And because I do think that Total 2 has taken an absolute hammering here. And as you can see, Total 2 has time to be back in alts, baby. And I did get some buys in, and I'm going to share how that happened. And it was really just quite incredible there. But first of all, I did say and identify we need to be back above 1.1 trillion. And we're back at 1.11. And that's great because that brings us back above the 9 EMA, and we do need that 9 EMA to cool back above that 20. Ideally, we want to get back above 1.13 there. And let's just see if this is not some kind of a scam pump here to the upside, that this can be absolutely sustained here, which would be very important. But I did want to show something that I thought was very interesting here. The altcoin season index, which I don't like how it's done, because if you go, oh, it's altcoin season, let's buy altcoin season. No, it doesn't last very long. It just crashes down, because that is when coin season is generally when the top, I think 50 of the top 100 alts have outperformed Bitcoin for like 90 days or something. So by the time you get up there, altcoins have already well outperformed. The time to get in altcoins is generally down here, but not on a dip that keeps dipping. You don't want to go, oh, it's Bitcoin season, let's buy altcoin season. Then it just plummets down even further before it comes up. So you don't want to buy a dip that keeps dipping. You don't want to try and catch a falling knife. You want to get a trend reversal. You trade the trend until the end, and then you start a new trend, because the trend is your friend. So the altcoin season indicators, I like this, and this gives a bit of hopium to the altcoin bulls out there, that in the previous 6 years, the low for altcoins were all in June. In 2019, 2020, 2021, 22, 23, and 24. Now we have a new low in June of 2025. Now, of course, next month it could go lower, but we won't know until January if June 2025 is the low for altcoins. But assuming that it possibly is, because history doesn't always repeat and often rhymes. And remember, I did tell you all that the June low is usually in the last week, usually in the last part of June, historically around the 21st of the month. And right now, the June low for Bitcoin and for altcoins is June 22. Okay. And that is, again, lining up historically accurately in there. And I just find that happens so much there with that. Okay. So very, very interesting there. All right. So let's look also, a lot of the altcoins were very much in the oversold territory as well. And so they were right for a bit of a jump, and that's exactly what happened. So what happened today is I identified in the Tribal Trades Discord, in crypto plays, some inverse head and shoulders on the 1 hour time frame. Now, as you know, I sold all my longer term crypto in May, end of May, just in time, got out before there was massive capitulation to the downside. And I shared this, and I shared about, for Bitcoin and 4 other altcoins there, inverse head and shoulders pattern on the 1 hour time frame. Make sure we set stop losses, of course, and then of course I got all these targets to when to get in the trade, and of course all these trades triggered, and boy did they trigger! They didn't just trigger, but took off like a rocket ship. And of course we got the Tribal Trades daily bullish reversal signal, which is generally a good time to jump in. Now these, how long do these trades last for? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one lasted about 6 days the last time. And so I'm not sure how long this trade is going to last for, but I'm in this trade and I got it beautifully there for these. And you can see the other altcoins. Solana was another one. Boom to the upside there. And of course, Ondo also got the green dot on the daily there. Absolutely fantastic. Sui as well. We got there, bang to the upside, took that trade. And so really I was just looking to get in on the hour time frame. I was just looking to get in, and the hour, when you get in on the hour time frame, the trade usually lasts no more than that day. And so getting into it, maybe it would last until the evening, maybe set some stop losses overnight, and wake up in the morning, hopefully to some green and not being stopped out. But in the end, it turned out to be something so much better. And so I actually was able to get in a lot earlier than expected into these trades, this green dot that I got in the Tribal Trades indicator there. And so now I'm in these trades, of course, and I will hold these trades as long as we stay in this. We've had this bullish reversal on the daily time frame. Now I will still stay in this. Now it might have been some kind of a little bit of dead cat bounce, or just a little bit of a relief rally here. I'm not sure how long this will be sustained. You can see we need volume. Volume is really important. So we'll see what kind of volume we get during the Asian session. I am recording this actually on Monday night, late on Monday night. So in about 6 or 7 hours, this may come out a little bit differently. But if you do want to get access to the Tribal Trades indicator there, it is via the Tribal Trades Discord. And again, one indicator to rule them all. Absolutely crushed it there. It was absolutely fantastic. And it was just amazing that I happened to see, I was actually doing this video, and I happened to see that on all the altcoins almost, they all had this inverse head and shoulders pattern on the hourly time frame. There's the left shoulder, there's the head, and there's the right shoulder, and boom, off it went. And look at that gigantic move to the upside there. So I am in these trades at the moment. Let's see how long they play out for. Let's hope they don't just come straight back on tomorrow. If so, I'll stop out of those and then look for new entries, because I had just been trading the cryptocurrencies on the 15-minute and the hour time frame, just usually getting in and out of those trades. And if this one turns into something longer, that would have been perfect timing, an hourly trade that turns into a daily trade, a daily time frame trade there. So that was wonderful that happened there. And of course, it's just been great to see all the wins here. One of the great wins that we had today, April with her best trade so far today with a single stock. And this was incredible. This was on ASTS. And this was a trade I actually shared, but I missed the first time, but I got it the second time. And I think April got it. Some great trade there, a $1,400 profit on that one by the looks of it there. Absolutely fantastic. And in the stocks plays here, this was amazing. So what an incredible day. The crypto plays paid off big time. Those of you who got those plays, there I was, everyone who got those plays, fire. And then I just shared, because we got the green dots fire off in the daily bullish reversal, I'm looking to stay in these plays, of course, and that was absolutely fantastic. But the stocks plays had been the star of the show up to that point, because ASTA went off like a firecracker to get in on a break above $46 and a hold, and boy did we get that for AST. That just took off like a firecracker there. There it is there, getting in the trade there, and off it goes. Incredible. And in the pre-market, it kept going up to around $50. So I'll be looking, so some great profit on that trade. And then some of the other trades that we took that were incredible was CRWL there, and Robin and Oscar. It didn't break above these levels there, so we didn't get in these trades at all. So we'll see, maybe those trades might activate tomorrow. But CRWL, SOFX, and the Tesla long trade, and we got in the AMDL trade in the live session today, and got in at about $7.15. It might have been a bit lower than that actually. And so those trades paid off incredibly well. If you look at AMDL, that's when we got it in the live session down here, as you can see, and that's taken off beautifully, and that's still going. Be interesting to see how that goes in the market. ASTS, of course, the CRWL trade absolutely flew today. So that was incredible for those who got in that trade as well. And then the SOFX trade, my goodness, just going another incredible trade for Tesla. Everything was looking gloomy, but boy, did that take off incredibly. So those of you, well, actually, that's not even the trade. This is it here. This is it here, actually, Monday morning. So we got the trade here on Monday morning. Oh my goodness. Yes, there we are. Tesla, we get in on the break of $12.76. And so how did that go? There it is. We got in the break there, and look what happened. Absolutely incredible. And this looks like a bit of a bull flag formation there. We could see some more upside for Tesla with the robo-taxi event being successful over the weekend there. So if you do want to join the Tribal Trades Discord, it is closing soon, by the way. It is closing this month. It may even close tomorrow or at some time this week. You may not even wait till the end of the month until this closes. So if you do want to join up, you can click below in the description of this video. It's late tonight. I'm filming this. I usually do it in the morning after I've had some coffee. You can click below in the link in the description of this video. You might need to click the more button. That will pop out, and there will be a link there, and you can get signed up for the Tribal Trades Discord. And of course, that will be closing this month. We'll be closing that soon, and you'll get a chance to sign up still if you get going with that. And then, of course, we do have the Tribal Trades Indicator, which I showed you before. That is a paid indicator. The only way you can get that indicator is by being in the Discord. If you leave the Discord, you will lose access to that indicator as well. We've got of course, the crypto signals that fired off today. The investing signals, there we go. They all went off on the daily time frame there. So we've got those 3 signals channel. These are for more shorter term in and out trades that day. And then these investing signals they last about a week or more, maybe a few weeks or a month. And so this, look at this, beautifully fired off there. Absolutely fantastic. Some incredible trades for those who caught them there in the Tribal Trades Discord. And so we have our bot running that automatically alerts when there is a bullish or a bearish reversal there as well in the Tribal Trades Discord. Okay, so that's absolutely fantastic. Absolutely incredible day. What an absolutely incredible community filled with the most beautiful, amazing people. I did want to look at the oil chart, the one chart to rule them all, of course, to see how the oil situation went. And boy, did that dump, didn't it? When people realized the whole Iran closing the Strait of Hormuz was a big fake joke populated. I don't know who got that out there. I did dispel that myth this morning with my video. I hope you got to watch that. And of course, the tribal trades trend line. Look at it. Hit it once, hit it twice, couldn't bust through it. And oil is backing down again there because the Strait of Hormuz has never been closed in history. Many reasons for that, which I shared in the video earlier today, of course, there. All right. Well, well, that's all we have time for today. Again, I appreciate you tuning in. And of course, until the next episode, it is late. So until the next episode, or of course, until I see you in the Discord, happy trading.